Hey YouTubers, Odysseyers, Mike Martin's here with the Mike Martin's channel. Hope everybody's doing well. Don't forget to join us tonight on Odyssey. We have a very special edition of Mike in the Night, desperately seeking Justin Trudeau, and basically covering what's been going on. We got a lot of closure footage that I put up on the Odyssey there and the backup YouTube channel. The main YouTube channel has been strike down for the 10th time. This is the 10th time now that I've been strike down to 2 strikes. So I'm going to kind of cool off on that channel for a little while. I want to thank everybody for the emails wondering where I'm at. And I'm emailing them back, and then they're finding me on Odyssey so they could actually get or find out what is happening. I want to make today's video I don't know, I was contemplating on making today's video, but let's do it. Yesterday was, I don't know, it was a very uneasy day for me yesterday here at the store. It was around 1, maybe 2 o'clock. I'm sitting here, I'm at the counter, and I'm putting away this order that I'm still putting away, restock from Christmas. I've been putting away restock for the last 2 weeks. And I hear a lot of really deep yelling. Like, I got my door closed, right? I didn't open my door till about 2, 3 o'clock to let the sun in. I usually leave my door open for about an hour when the days are like really nice like this. Just open the door, let some fresh air in, right? I'm hearing this really deep screaming, like really deep, really, I don't know, that kind of arguing that you hear that's really coming from like the stomach. Like their lungs are breathing, but it's coming from deep down. I open the door. What the hell is going on? There's a lady that's just ripping into a man. The man is older. He's got to be in his late 50s. He's carrying his laundry outside from the laundry across the street. And he's going into his he's got a giant pickup truck. And he's got, flags on there saying support the truckers, my life, my choice, my body, my choice. Well, what, you know what I'm saying? The leftists, basically, my body, my choice was if you want to change gender or you want to, if you want to acknowledge or people to acknowledge you as an Apache helicopter or a toaster, that's what it's for. It's not for, you get where I'm going with this. We talk about it on Mike in the Night. So the screaming was just, so I go outside and I'm listening. I'm just standing right there. I could hear it clear as day. The lady's like, you effing piece of, these truckers are destroying the world. These truckers don't know what they're doing. These truckers are all a bunch of effing this and F, wow. And then the guy's like, lady, leave me alone. He's like, and the guy was like, she goes, what are you doing here? Doing your laundry. You don't have, you poor bastard. You don't have a washing machine in your own house? It's like, listen, I'm in between, the guy's like, I'm in between halls, or I'm in between working, because the guy, you could tell the guy works with the truck he has, and the dirt on it, and the stuff, the gear in the back of his big, dually, huge pickup truck. He basically has something going on, business-wise. And she's like, you effing this. And the guy says, listen, lady, it's my body, my choice. The lady looked back at him and said, I've read a ton of medical journals. And if it wasn't for us taking our third juice, you would be dead right now, because we are protecting you too, because we are stopping the spread. The guy's like, well, lady, I have a different view on this. And the guy was kind of nice to her. She's like, she was like really at him. And then she said, you're probably a Trump supporter, you mother effer, you racist. You backwards. He's like, lady, if I could move to Florida, I'd move there tomorrow. And the lady said, good, it's all retards down there, backwards Trumpists, and holy crap. This lady was just ripping it up. I'm going to ask the neighbor on this side here, if he gets that angle of the dry cleaners or the laundromat here, if he could get that angle and get audio. I don't have the audio, and I have a bit of the angle there, but I don't got too much of it, right? So I checked my cameras. So the lady went on, this was going on for like 6 minutes. This was going on for 6 minutes. And the guy had to go back in and get the rest of his laundry because he was taking out in thing. He went back in, then he came back out. And she's like, you get this piece of filth truck off my street. You don't belong here in Merritt. People in Merritt don't support the truckers. People in Merritt's like, holy crap. Holy crap. The amount of bashing and the F in this and F your family and you don't effing support this and you don't effing do that. Claiming she knows the guy. This is, and she's screaming. And then she goes into the whole programming. Everyone I know has saved lives and no one's gotten sick from the juice. The only people I know are people who have not taken it. So, vax your ass up, I think she said, and do the world a favor, and do your family a favor. Holy, the guy I think he went in to get 3 loads, got his stuff out of there, and just drove the F away. Just drove right out. I think he's not from Merritt, because apparently what he was saying, he was in between something. I didn't hear too much of it, because he wasn't talking too much. The lady, the Karen, was just all over him like stormtroopers, bashing the truckers, bashing this, and people don't understand. The reason why we're here is because of the mismanagement of funds from our governments. Okay? The mismanagement of funds with our governments has made it to this point right now that they cannot take accountability for what they did. And that's the problem we're having right now. 2019 was the year of the protest. The entire world was in protest in 2019. It wasn't just France, the Gilets Jaunes, and Hong Kong and Tokyo. I found out from someone that emailed me with an in-depth email. Thank you very much, Mr. Stewart. 31 governments were ousted in 2019 from mass protesting. 2019, 31 governments were ousted. I thought it was like 12. It was like 31. Yeah, in 2019. They had to shut it down. Boom, pulled the trigger on a pandemic like we said back in August of 2019. And it happened. And they basically had to do what they had to do to keep the masses under order, or to keep the masses under control. Because people are waking up to a fact now. You go now, right now, in the mainstream media and news, they're talking about money laundering. And money laundering coming in from China. And propping up our housing markets, and propping up our GDP, pumping up our fire district, or fire, the fire stands for real estate, insurance, all that stuff, right? But I just wanted to put this out there. We've been talking about this for 10 years. We've been covering articles. We've been going over it, fine-tooth comb. Nobody woke up to the fact of this until 2020. Nobody will know. My channel keeps getting struck down. I keep getting shadow banned. I've been trying to get this message out for years. They took down a video I had from 4.5 years ago discussing the fentanyl being smuggled in. Well, not really smuggled in, brought into Canada and California, all the blue states of America, the blue states in the West Coast, and Vancouver and Anchorage, bringing in the fentanyl, taking that money and the proceeds from the fentanyl sales and reinvesting it into housing. America was paused for a while with Donald Trump because the Chinese hated Donald Trump and nobody wanted to do business, and he was against the Chinese. So it could be a front, it could be a stage, no problem. But the Chinese bought it and they hated him. So basically the whole thing of Amerifornia came to a stop. Then the president-elect came into place and and basically opened everything up and get that money in there, get the Blackstones, the BlackRocks, and get all these big companies in there. China's failing right now with its housing market, but it's trying to get its teeth or sink its teeth into as much as America as possible. And that's why we have Amerifornia, where America turns into California. The lady went into one more thing too. She goes, we want to be like, she actually said, we want to be more like California. Because in California, they have things done right there, and they're organized. And that's one of the most organized states. Not like that, yeah, that's what she said. Not like those Trumpsters or trumpets down in Florida destroying America. Wow. I don't know what to tell you guys. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say anymore. I just, they shouldn't be bashing the truckers. I've been supporting, my family's been supporting the truckers. I've been making entire episodes of Mike in the Night dedicated to the trucker and the trucker rallies and their voices. Right? Because guess a majority of truckers are self-employed. So they want to hit the self-employed. I'm self-employed. They want to hit the self-employed with this. They want the self-employed and the people who will be around in 5 years to tell people, I told you so. They don't want those people around in 5 years, right? Anyways, link below to tonight's episode on Odyssey, Desperately Seeking Trudeau. And, yeah, we're going to be covering some more world news on what's happening around the fronts with the wars. The Yemen war we've been covering on Mike in the Night for the last 2 years, which should become mainstream media in the West in the next year or so. Because that war is huge. That war plays a big pivotal movement in the upcoming hot war we may be facing. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Lots of love, lots of support. Thanks for all the emails. Guys, unfortunately, the main channel got struck down for the 10th time. So I'm just going to cool it off on that channel for about a couple, maybe 8 months, just to cool it down for a bit, because I just can't post anything on there. And big salute and big congrats to channels out there on YouTube that I've been finding that have 23 videos and 250,000 subscribers. Congratulations. YouTube's got your back. Fortunately, they don't have ours. We've been flushed down the toilet more than once, and I've been made fun of on a regular basis. I'm accessible. Anyone could come and find me here. I'm a very accessible social media guy, influencer, or whatever you want to call it. I'm actually approachable and findable. I got nothing to hide. Mike Martin's here, signing off. I have spoken.